Welcome to another edition of Community Conversation. I'm Mike Witch for LMC Media, and with me on screen is the legendary singer and songwriter and professor at Berklee College of Music, Livingston Taylor.
Mike, so good to see you, and thank you so much for taking time to invade my COVID melancholy with your energy and enthusiasm.
Well, thank you. And the reason is because you are going to be coming to Mamaroneck on February the 12th.
Yes.
Solo concert scheduled at the Emelin Theater. Tickets are now available at the emelin.org or by calling the box office. And what can the audience expect?
Well, I think that my audiences generally expect me to be enthusiastic, in good tune, of good voice, in proper time. They expect the concise delivery and concise and accurate delivery of either newish things for a sense of adventure, or older things that they know and they've come to depend on as a support. So my job is to be very ready to play and deliver with as much accuracy and efficiency as I humanly can. So as a result, my audience has to do very little work.
Okay. Well, I just bought my ticket, so I'm going to be one of those who enjoys your playing on February 12th. You've celebrated 50 years, more than 50 years now in the music business, and you've got a wide variety of music and genres like folk and rock and jazz and gospel. Is there any one that's your favorite, or do you just enjoy everything?
Well, it's interesting if it finds a place in my ear. I don't care where it comes from. I don't mind if it's a commercial. I don't mind. I love having my curiosity tweaked, and so I spend a lot of time finding places to be curious. It can be musical. It can be mechanical. It can be. There are so many places that it can go, and I sort of have go-to places when I'm waiting at the gate at an airline to take a flight or something. Yeah. And then I have things that I'll go to and questions I will ponder because I have that free time, and very pleasant. Yes.
You grew up in a musical family, as I read, and you often credit your brother Alex with inspiring you to get into the music business. Can you quickly tell us that story?
Well, there were 5 of us. Our oldest brother, Alex, then, of course, my beautiful brother, James, sister, Kate, myself, younger brother, Hugh. Our oldest brother, Alex, one time he went and he played at a fraternity house at the University of North Carolina. And he was probably 16 at the time, and I was probably 11 or 12. And he came home, and I think that he had made $15 or $20 playing at a frat house. And I thought, wow, you could make money and make a living. Oh, this requires additional exploration.
Yeah. You've also written 2 books for children, and you've authored a textbook.
Yes.
For students at the Berklee College of Music. What's the takeaway that students have from that textbook?
Well, the takeaway is, at its core, performance is about watching your creativity land. And it's not enough to make it. You have to watch it go all the way to an audience and see how they're doing in the presence of your vision. And the idea that they will come to you is just you either have to be so good looking or so talented that it's just statistically not possible. It does happen. It happens to Judy Garland or Marilyn Monroe or Michael Jackson, but they are not good or settled careers. The great careers are the result of observing, seeing, and then solving problems for an audience.
Now, I read that you really enjoy your audiences, but I guess that COVID makes it impossible to have a live audience. I mean, LMC Media will be there. We're live streaming it for the Emelin Theater. And I'm wondering if that's going to be difficult for you.
I am able to do is to conceptualize an audience. And as I'm doing on this Zoom call, I'm looking right through. There's my there's my camera, and you're at the bottom of my page, so I can just look into that, and I just see you clear as a bell. I don't actually see you, but I see that person on the other side of that camera. And who I play to, interestingly, I've been doing a television show for the last, called the Livingston Taylor Show, since COVID hit. And I do it once a week, Tuesdays, 4 o'clock. And what I do is I play, but I look, and who I'm playing for, in spite of the fact that there are hundreds of people watching, and perhaps thousands, who I'm playing for is just one person. That's the person who's right there. And so I can do that, and I can do that easily. And I don't need the feedback of applause or anything. It's fine with me.
Yeah. Well, it'll be great for the audience because you'll be talking.
Oh, it's going to be good. We're going to have a good time, Michael.
And you'll be singing right to me.
Yeah, right to you.
I just won't have the ability to applaud when you're finished.
Yeah, but again, it just takes on a different tenor. It's quieter than it is in a concert. Not that the singing or playing is quieter, but the relationship is far more intimate than it is in a concert.
I read, I'm not sure if it's accurate, that you don't actually walk in with a playlist, but do you have an idea of some of the favorites that you're likely to play?
Yeah, and it flows. It depends on how I feel, how the audience feels. There are a lot of things at work, and I akin it to driving down a street and saying to you on a street that you know well with traffic lights, well, what are you going to do at the corner of First Street and Main? And you would say, are you going to stop or go? And you would say, well, I don't know. I'm not there yet. Well, aren't you worried about that? And you would, no, I'm not worried because I've both stopped and goed before. And so we will make that decision when we get there. So to say that I don't have a set list, I do, but it doesn't need to be written down because there are just lots of things, lots of directions that I can go.
Do you accept requests in advance? And is there some
I certainly listen to requests in advance. If it's something that I was going to do anyway, and I knew was going to fit in well, I always go, oh, that's a great idea, and I'd love to do it. And if it's something that isn't probably going to happen, what I say is, let me see if I can get to that one.
Okay. I like that answer. I'm sporting bow tie because you're usually, I've seen you in concert, and you do have the bow tie on. What's that about? I like a formal look, Mike. I take people's time seriously, and I want to be sharp and ready and as attractive as I can humanly be when I'm in their presence. And I'm sure you'll have a warm welcome. And as I said, I'll be among those who'll be listening to you. Your concert is a solo concert. It's on February 12th and are now available. Emelin.org is where you can find your ticket, or you can call the box office. Livingston Taylor, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us on LMC Media.
Mike, thank you so much for your patience with me. It's a delight to speak with you.